It's nice to do a Power Rankings video, but this is right after the Super Bowl, so yeah, we're back with NFL Power Rankings, and today we're going to do it right after the Super Bowl. So, basically, how this is going to work is that these teams are going to be ranked by how they look right now, and again, during the off-season, we're going to look more and more into, these picks, draft, free agency, all of that. These teams will move up all the way to the regular season. But yeah, we're official in the NFL offseason. Don't worry, I ain't going anywhere. I'm still making videos. It could be about the NFL, it can be about any other sport. I don't know, but I'm not leaving, so don't worry about me leaving because there's no football. I'll definitely still be uploading. Anyways, so let's hop right into this video, shall we? So at number 32, the worst team in all football, we got the New York Jets. This team's a complete disaster. They have the second overall pick, but this team has no future. The coach sucks. They don't even have a quarterback. Who knows? Brady Cook might be starting for quarterback next year. I don't know. This team's a complete disaster, and they need to trade for a guy, most likely. They gotta find a guy in free agency. Or they stay with Brady Cook and Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields and go on a full tank mode and hope that they get like a good quarterback prospect in Arch Manning. But let's see though. At number 31, we got the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, this team doesn't have a good quarterback right now, but as soon as the draft hits, they're gonna move up a lot. They got Clint Kubiak that's good enough to get them out of the bottom. They got a certified offensive-minded head coach. I feel like this team might be, on the jump, but there's a lot of Max Crosby rumors going on that he might be leaving Las Vegas, which might not be a good thing. So that's a big question mark, and I don't know I don't know what's happening about that. But yeah, Las Vegas, they're gonna stay on number 31. Max Crosby trade though, that's definitely going to bring them down, but because defensively they're going to be ass. At least their offense might be more servable with Clint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza if they get him. Then at number 30 we got the Cardinals. This team's a complete disaster right now. Their coach is not great, Mike LaFleur. It's not a bad hire, but I don't think it's anything too special. The quarterback situation's a big question mark. The defense is not bad. The offense is not bad. Gotta figure out the quarterback, and the coach still very questionable. I don't have a lot of faith in the Cardinals. I feel like this team's gonna suck this year. I don't know if they're gonna roll again with Kyler Murray, or they're just gonna go on a tank mode, kind of like how the Jets are, and they're just gonna tank and get a good quarterback in the 2027 draft. At number 29, we got the Cleveland Browns. This team's still a very big question mark. No head coach again. Tom Bunkin's not going to be good, I feel like, but we'll see. This team has a lot of question marks in the quarterback's position. I feel like Shedeur Sanders is the guy, but you got to develop him properly and see how he goes. This team is kind of not a disaster, but I mean, it is. Cap hell, this team is fucked. Hopefully, they do figure it out, but for now, this team is going to stay at number 29. At number 28, I guess I'll go with the Miami Dolphins. I honestly don't know who else could be worse than this team. This team has a lot of question marks, because I don't think the Titans, the Saints, the Giants, the Panthers, the Steelers, I don't think none of those teams are worse than the Dolphins. It might be slightly better. Tua's a big question mark. I think we might get rid of him. Same with, same with Tyreek Hill. Well, in cap hell, we got a questionable head coach. I mean, Jeff Hafley's not going to be bad. Malik Willis might just be a straight-up downgrade. Now, in the Super Bowl logo, we do see Dolphins colors, and I feel like that might be a sign of us going to the Super Bowl. I still don't have confidence in that, so I might just go ahead and just say screw it. This might be a thank you for us. So yeah, I don't have confidence in this team. We're definitely going to be one of the worst football teams in this NFL season. At number 27, got the Tennessee Titans. I love how they did with the coaches. They got Robert Saleh as the new coach. And then they got Brian Daboll, who is going to develop Campbell. He's going to be good. Now, they got to figure out this whole team. If they can get a competent wide receiver one, get a competent defense, and maybe The running back's not bad. But if they get this team a little more competent, this team is definitely going up in the ranks. They have over $100 million in cap space. I feel like they're going to make that jump. I think they do have an easy schedule, so they might be like the Patriots. They just rely on the easy schedule. But I'm not going to hate on it because they might actually own it. And honestly, this team is probably going to have that big jump next season. At number 26, we got the New Orleans Saints. I mean, Tyler Shough is the guy. They got Kellen Moore, who is good. The running back position is questionable. They got a good, solid wide receiver running with, in Chris Olave. They're still in cap hell, and this team still has a lot of question marks. I don't think this is going to be an elite team, but I see this team being at least a 7, 8, 9 win team competing for the NFC South because how dog shit that division is. I mean, the Saints are going to be a better team than they were last year, but I just don't have faith in this team fully yet, unless they figure something out in the draft in free agency. But for now, I'm just going to leave it at number 26. At number 25, we got the New York Giants. I mean, they got John Harbaugh. That's good. That's probably going to bounce them up higher. But they got Matt Nagy as the offensive coordinator, and apparently the owner's fucking in the Epstein files. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But so yeah, this team's already a disaster. You got Matt Nagy as the offensive coordinator. Your owner's apparently in the Epstein files. I don't want to go in depth with that shit, but yeah, it's not a good sign for not a good sign for the Giants. Now they got John Harbaugh, that's pretty good. They got Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, Malik Nabels. If you develop those guys well, plus the defense, this team is easily a Super Bowl contender. But they gotta get that offense going. Now I know Matt Nagy won 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs, but you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers, they all decreased. So that's a big question mark. But for now, I'm gonna have them at number 25. At number 24, I have the Carolina Panthers. I mean, yeah, this was probably a one-year wonder. I mean, they're gonna have a more difficult schedule, right? They're gonna be first. So yeah, they're gonna be having a difficult schedule. The NFC stuff in the whole just got better automatically with the Falcons. So we'll see what they do in free agency in the draft. But I'm not too thrilled about the Panthers. I don't have a lot of faith in them. But we'll see how this team performs later in the NFL offseason. So yeah, for now, I'm going to put the Carolina Panthers at number 24. At number 23, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, the hiring of Mike McCarthy is already questionable. Aaron Rodgers, I think he might come back for one more season. We don't know yet. If he retires, this team's fucked. But if he stays, it's probably going to be another 10-win season. I can see it. Mike McCarthy's big question mark. I don't think I like that hire. I think this is going to be a same 10-7 season. I don't have faith in the Steelers. So I'm just going to leave it at that. They're going to be at number 23. Overall, not going to be a good team. Well, they might be a good team, but we just gotta see. At number 22, we got the Indianapolis Colts, just like the Steelers. Their quarterback question, they have a big quarterback question. Daniel Jones, are you keeping him? Are you keeping him? Are you just not going to sign him? What's going to happen with Daniel Jones? And that's a big question. Now, I feel like they're going to give Daniel Jones that extension. Now, here's the thing: Daniel Jones is coming back from an Achilles injury, and looking at it, I mean, he might not be fully ready by week 1. So, I mean, Shane Steichen's a quarterback whisperer. I have faith in him for that. I mean, Riley Leonard might be good on the Colts. Maybe they pick up a guy in free agency, a backup. But at best, I'm going to have the Colts at 22. As soon as we get more Daniel Jones news and maybe fill up that offense a bit, and work on that, roster a bit more, they can definitely plummet all the way up to, in the teens, maybe 17 or something. And number 21, got the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, this roster, again, is just elite. I mean, I think this roster as a whole is probably a top 10 roster, but J.J. McCarthy is probably the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my goddamn life. This guy sucks. And he's going to bring the Vikings down, probably being a top 10 team to going all the way at 21. They gotta figure out that quarterback position. They gotta bring in a veteran. They gotta bring in an old guy to mentor J.J. McCarthy, do whatever. But please, just get it a competent quarterback into the Vikings, and they'll be back as Super Bowl contenders, kind of like how Sam Darnold was. At number 20, we got the Washington Commanders. I mean, this team healthy is obviously a very elite unit. The problem is that this team is old, very old. And they got rid of Cliff Kingsbury, which is honestly kind of dumb. I don't know why would you do that. That's kind of dumb. So that's not a good idea for the Commanders. So that's already a red flag I'm looking at. Plus the roster's old, but they can easily rebuild that roster from being a very old unit to being a younger unit, getting less injured. So I have faith in the Commanders this season, so let's see how they do during the offseason. But yeah, for now I'm going to have them at number 20. At number 19, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This team's getting old too with Mike Evans. I don't know if he's going to resign with the Bucs, probably, but we'll see. I still have faith in the Bucs this season, but let's see how Baker Mayfield and the offense and this team in a whole can do in the offseason. So yeah, for now I'm going to have this team at number 19. I just don't know how they're going to perform overall. At number 18, we got the Atlanta Falcons, and this team's set. I mean, they got Kevin Stefanski, they got a new GM, they got elite defense. They're going to get rid of Kirk Cousins, which honestly this might be a good move. The only issue is it's kind of like the Vikings. Their quarterback, Michael Penix, is the definition of mid. This guy is fucking mid. And he also has a lot of injury problems too, with like his ACL and his Achilles and shit like that. So that is a very, very big issue we have for the Falcons. If they can figure the quarterback out, I feel like this team can be a Super Bowl contender. But we gotta see if they can prove it. If not, this team's fucked. But overall, I have the Falcons at number 18. Also, the new president of football, Matt Ryan's on it too. So I mean, he worked well on the Falcons as a quarterback. So I wonder how he's gonna be president of operations. And number 17, we got the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, they put George Pickens on the franchise tag, I'm pretty sure at this point. They gotta figure out that defense. The defense definitely got a little bit better at the end of the season. We could see slight improvement for the Cowboys. I don't know. They gotta figure out the defense. Overall, though, I'm just gonna leave the Cowboys at number 17. They're a good team. They have a very good offense, but their defense, they gotta figure it out. Another team that has a very good offense and a shitty defense, and they're on the AFC side, is the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow's probably not getting traded. There's a lot of rumors going around, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. I feel like this team's gonna run it back, but this time they're gonna try and hopefully get the defense going. But if not, then well, this team's expected to probably have another 9-8 season if Joe Burrow stays healthy. So yeah, I'm gonna have this team at number 16. At number 15, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. This team can definitely be higher. I think I might be being a little too nice with this team. I feel like they might be a little too high. I mean, Patrick Mahomes with his ACL injury, that is a very big question mark. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Considering he got injured like week 16, so he's definitely probably not gonna be ready by week 1. I highly doubt that. Patrick Mahomes is out, though, in cap hell. So yeah, I honestly don't know what's the Chiefs' big plan here, but I'm gonna keep them at 15. Though the Chiefs, I feel like they might do something, or they might go down. Who knows? And Travis Kelce might just retire at this point. At number 14, we got the Buffalo Bills, and this team's an absolute clown show. They got rid of Sean McDumbass and replaced him with Joe Brady. And Joe Brady ain't better than Sean McDermott. That defense is going to be horrendous this season. The offense might do a little bit better, not going to lie. But that defense is going to be horrendous. If the Buffalo Bills can get a competent wide receiver one, maybe, just maybe they can crack the top 10. But if not, and they're just going to rely on Keon Coleman, Brandon Cooks, and whoever the fuck you have, then yeah, this team's just gonna. And I feel like the Buffalo Bills, they kind of lost the locker room. I feel like this team, they're done. There's nothing going forward from them. If you just go have an 11, 12, 13 win season and then just get blown out in the second round, maybe in that third round, maybe in the conference championship, then what's the point? You know, that's the mentality now. Like, what's the point? You ain't winning a Super Bowl. So I don't know. I feel like everyone's mentally burnt out. We saw after the game with the Broncos, everyone was so emotional on the Buffalo Bills. So I don't know how they're gonna perform next season. I feel like this might be a down year for the Buffalo Bills. I feel like this might be the end of the Buffalo Bills, which honestly is kind of nice to watch. But at the same time, yeah, it's not gonna be a good ending in Buffalo. At number 13, we got the Green Bay Packers. This team, I don't have confidence in them. They lost Jeff Hafley to us. I mean, he wasn't a bad defensive coordinator. They don't have Micah Parsons till probably next season. He might not even play next season. Jordan Love is not good. This team is not good in general at all. I feel like, they're a good team, but they're not gonna be that elite team we suspect. So I'm just gonna have them at number 13. I feel like there's a lot of other teams that could be better. At number 12, we got the San Francisco 49ers. They lost Robert Saleh to the head coaching job, which sucks because he was the sole reason why the 49ers had an elite defense. But they got Raheem Morris. That's not bad. I would take him too if he was available. So honestly, not mad about that. 49ers have a lot of questions. They gotta figure out how to not get injured a lot. And it might be that electrical station. Who knows? But yeah, 49ers, they're gonna be at number 12. I just don't know how this team is gonna be good. It might be good, but let's see how this team performs next season and see what they can do in free agency. At number 11, we got We got the Detroit Lions. So this team, they got an easy schedule. I feel like this team's gonna have a bounce back year. I feel like they're gonna be a better team than they were last season. They got a better offensive coordinator. Still a big question mark though. Not the greatest, but it is what it is. It's a good offensive coordinator, I guess. Probably better than the old one. They could have got Mike McDaniel though. That would have been way better. But anyways, Detroit. I think they're going to roll it back. They got an easy schedule. I feel like they got to fix that offensive line. They can easily go up to the top 10. And then going into our top 10, we got the Chicago Bears. And this team is questionable with some stuff. Not like Caleb Williams. He needs to work on his accuracy. That's the main issue. I feel like the receivers are good. The coordinators are good. Ben Johnson's good. The offensive line's elite. So if Caleb Williams can work on his accuracy, this team can be easily elite. But this team's already elite anyways, and I feel like the Chicago Bears are probably going to be one of the best teams in the NFL next season. But the problem is they do have a first place schedule, and I don't know how that's going to work out for them. But again, let's see how it goes for next season. At number 9, we got the New England Patriots. This team went to the Super Bowl. Why do I have them at number 9? This team is probably at best a 7, 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 win max team. But because of their cupcake schedule and their cupcake run to the Super Bowl, that just downgraded that so much. And we just saw proof on the Super Bowl. They got their asses kicked by an actual competent team in the Seahawks. And we've been seeing it all year. The only competent team they faced was the Steelers, and they got their asses kicked by them. I don't know what other teams they faced. The Buffalo Bills are incompetent. That was a playoff team, incompetent. The Panthers, they're a playoff team, but they're also incompetent. So yeah, Patriots are not a good team. So they're going to go at number 9. They're not a good team. I feel like they're going to downgrade the season. What's going to be nice, the AFC East is going to be a joke this season. I'm just going to say that. Next season, the AFC East is going to be a joke. This team's going to suffer a Super Bowl hangover, plus a difficult schedule. This team is straight up broken. This team's a joke. And in this team, it's a question mark. That's why maybe on the Super Bowl logo they have us going to the Super Bowl, because I mean this is gonna be a wide open division. Don't underestimate the Miami Dolphins. I'm only underestimating, but I mean it's still a big question mark. We'll find out in the offseason if the Dolphins go up or go down. Anyways, going on number 8, we got the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, this team is they got a good coach in Jesse Minter. I feel like they need a new face in the locker room. This team, they're going to continue being a good team. I feel like they're going to be more improved. So yeah, I feel like this team going to improve from last season, but we just gotta see and find out. And then at number 7, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. I might be hyping them too much, but I mean, they got Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator. Like, I mean, come on, man. This guy has an elite offensive mind. But at the same time, this team's probably gonna have 13, 14, potentially 15 wins next season. I can see that. And then Mr. Justin Ifman Herbert will just go ahead, throw 5 picks in the playoffs, and get eliminated in the wild card. Mike McDaniel's gonna get fired because, you know, the 3 fans of the Los Angeles Chargers is gonna blame his ass, and he might be going for another offensive coordinator job. That's the only negative for working for the Chargers. But either way, though, I feel like this is gonna be a good hire for the regular season. And it's gonna be interesting to see how the Chargers perform next season. At number 6, we got the Houston Texans. This team has a elite defense. CJ Stroud's ass, but I mean, other than CJ Stroud being ass, I mean, this team is pretty good overall. They have the elite defense. Overall, this team is definitely going to be back next season. We just gotta get that offense going. They gotta figure out CJ Stroud. First off, they need an offensive line. They need a competent running back. And maybe a competent wide receiver too. Actually, the wide receivers are not bad. Nico Collins was good. But other than that, yeah, this Texans team needs to work on the offensive line. And get CJ Stroud's confidence back. Because we saw him on the sideline. He's basically broken because how bad the Texans treated him. But this defense, though, is elite. At number 5, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, I think I might be overhyping them a bunch. I mean, this team is pretty solid overall. I don't know who else could be better than the Jaguars. So yeah, I might be overhyping them a little bit. But for now, I'm going to keep them at number 5. At number 4, we got the Eagles. I mean, this team is probably going to come back in the playoffs this season. Maybe might go to the Super Bowl. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know yet. This team is overall a good team. They got like a good stacked roster, but I think they lost Vic Fangio to retirement or something, which, yeah, that sucks because he was an elite defensive coordinator. But let's see how the Eagles do defensively next season. I feel like they might be good. At number 3, you got the Denver Broncos. Now, I mean, the Broncos could be in the Super Bowl if they had Bo Nix playing. I mean, I can 100% see that. Same time, this team needs to have a new wide receiver. They gotta get a new running back. I mean, the running back's actually not bad. J.K. Dobbins is not terrible, but they need a competent running back one, a competent wide receiver one. They need a tight end. Evan Ingram is not it. This team is not good. It's not. This team is not good offensively. They got Bo Nix in the offense. That's it. Courtland Sutton is not bad. And then obviously the defense is just phenomenal. If they can get that offense going and get like all the pieces for the offense, this team's gonna have a better jump and they'll definitely go into the Super Bowl. Just watch. At number 2, we got the Los Angeles Rams. At this point, I think they're running it back. Matthew Stafford's coming back. Puka's obviously staying. I feel like Adams is staying. This team is running it back next season. So that is going to be interesting to watch for this team. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. And then our last one, Seattle Seahawks. This team is just easily the best team in all football. I don't think there's any team that can be better than the Seahawks. They just won the Super Bowl. This team is overall the best team in the NFL. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up my video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.